So I'd like to call the special meeting of council February 10th to order, 4:46. First order of business is a call for pecuniary interest, and I don't believe there's nothing in camera. So unless somebody has some interest in these properties, okay. Agenda, only one item, and because it is a special meeting, it's restricted to the one item, and so I just would like a motion to accept the agenda as is.
I'll motion to accept as is.
All in favor? That is carried. All right, so, say Donna.
Thank you. See Cindy on the line too, Jeff?
Yeah, she's here. She just doesn't have her video on yet.
There we go. There's Cindy. So, of course, this is just an add-on. We're following what council's direction wanted to do, and they wanted real estate appraisal of these properties. So I'm going to turn this over to Cindy. She's talked to the realtor. You can see some of the assessed value, and we just have a request of council for tonight to give us some latitude. So CFO Cindy.
Thanks, CEO Donna. So the realtor came back with an assessed property on the assessed value on the property on the first one of $25,000. We have a assessed value from the assessor at $22,700. The second one came back at $20,000. And the third one came back at $50,000 because the building on the property is not habitable. So they felt that the reason it would be worth even that much is because somebody could come in and do extensive renovations to it. So we had two come in above, one come in below. I just want to note on the second property, there is a CRA writ on it that we are in the process of asking to have removed. I'm not sure if we will be successful. So there's that for that one as well.
What's the value of that?
Of what? The writ, $17,000.
17?
Yep.
All right, discussion. Anybody have any questions?
No,
Before we...
I think that's what we anticipated would happen. The first two would be up a bit and the last one would be down, right?
Yep, I think it's fairly reasonable, yeah.
I'm glad we checked it out with the realtor, and
Yeah.
hopefully it does bring it up a little bit in value, and maybe we can get those prices that the realtor suggested.
So would it be fair to say, Cindy, that we give a percentage or a dollar amount?
Well, I think what administration would like is to go into camera or to go in closed and have a discussion and come up with a range that you would approve us to accept. So
Yeah,
give us the lowest value that you would accept. Obviously, the highest value would be list or over. But
Yeah, you wouldn't be worried about that. You would take anything that's over, for sure. So.
Yes, for sure. But we need to know how low we can go on these.
Right, exactly. So we're only looking for something lower. If it's higher, I mean, obviously you're going to grab it, right? You're not going to need a percentage on it or anything. You're going to grab something over the assessed value. Right?
Oh, yeah, over the listed price. Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense to everybody?
One of the things, Your Worship, is council in the middle of this meeting, because it's dealing with land, they can unanimously go in and we can talk about the percentages, and then you just suspend the meeting, go in camera, come out of the meeting.
Okay.
For this, if you want to talk percentages.
Okay.
If council wishes to discuss this openly, or say, you know, it's assessed at 22, the real estate appraises at 25, there's your range, you can do that in public, because this is the way it is now is a public document, so. It's up to council.
I mean, I wouldn't, I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't want my lowest price to be a public.
No.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So if there's no more discussion in here, then I guess we'll just go on closed session and then come up with it. Go ahead.
Well, we're not finished discussing here. Don't be so
Well,
quick.
that's what I'm asking. I'm saying if there's no more.
Slow down there, buddy.
Did you have a question, Jesse?
Oh, just really quick to let you know, just when it happens, he'll probably go in under section 30, disclosure harmful to economic and other interests of the public body. That's what the access to information act.
Okay, thank you. All right, so going back to discussion.
Okay, so I have on this last, on the last printout, here on the bottom line of our agenda
Yep,
for the special meeting, administration will be selling the properties on behalf, advertising for a 60 days period. So we've already gone through that, right?
No, we would advertise privately, like the lots for sale for 60 days,
Okay.
privately. And then if they did not sell in 60 days, we would enlist a realtor to sell them.
Okay.
We're trying to
But-
avoid realtor fees is what we're trying to avoid here.
And that's where I'm heading with this, Cindy, because if, so right now, if it stands, if we approve all of this, the town, our CAO, Cindy, will be responsible for selling the properties.
That is correct.
Correct.
Okay. So after the 60-day period, then you're gonna look at getting a realtor.
Correct.
So with the realtor, standard fee for selling any property, whether house on it or whatever, is gonna be about $5,000 charge on this.
Well, it's 7% on the first 100,000 and 3.5% on anything over that if you list with MLS.
Okay. So hypothetically, if you were to go with Darcy, he might just come out and say basically 5,000, whatever.
It depends
So
how
I
you
thought-
list it because he is like, if it's listed through MLS, he has to list it for 7 and 3.
Okay, so if we list it for 7, like you're saying, then my point being is there's gonna be an additional charge on top of each one of these properties. So we have to take that into mind when we decide on what we're prepared to sell the property at, just as long as we know that there's gonna be another one attached to it. I like a bill attached to, realtor's bill attached to it.
Correct.
Yeah.
But what Darcy gave us is the amount that he would list it for. So if you go any higher than that, you're running the risk of it's not going to sell.
And your worship, to Councilor Kevin, through resolution, you can indicate in a resolution that, with these properties, that there'll be, real estate fees attached to these properties, should the 60-day window, expire.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I've got that, but we could also take into consideration, just this number's off the top. So if we're looking at $5,000 bill for a real estate to sell them, we could look at lowering our price when it's in our 60-day period, knowing that we might have to pay a realtor if we don't get rid of them.
Correct.
Yeah, that would be a council decision.
Yeah.
Okay, and that,
All I'm getting at, guys, is that, basically, we're trying to get our taxes back out of them. Yes, we don't want to be landlords, okay? But at the same time, we all have to know that there's gonna be a fee attached to whatever we decide for these guys to sell it.
so it's good to discuss it here, and then we go on camera, then we can make the motions to put that range to exactly what you're saying there, right?
Yeah.
And I think I have an idea where you're going and where I have an idea as well, so.
Like, we're already taking a loss on the taxes.
Correct.
Okay, they've been sitting for a while.
Yeah.
So, like, how much of a loss are we gonna?
But I just don't wanna say this out of camera, you know what I mean? I don't wanna, it's good that we discussed it, it's a good thing to point in, and we'll leave that for
So-
closed session.
Lot 5, how long has this been on our books for?
That one is, well, it should have been sold 3 years ago, so it's been on there for at least 6.
So therefore, we're just losing money all the time. We haven't got nothing coming in. What about lot 19
Pretty much the same.
and block 13? Yeah.
The
Or lot
same.
11?
The same.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Lot 11's been almost for 11 years, for what I was told.
No.
No. Not that it's been, it might have been empty for that long, but it hasn't been in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tax system for
It
that.
hasn't been empty for that long either. Seeing that I live right near it, I know.
Okay, no, these are good points and, we'll.
Has lot 11 been condemned?
No.
No, not yet.
No. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to.
The neighbors would, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have that authority.
Okay. Any other discussion before we, move into closed session? Okay. Can I get a motion to go into closed session?
I'll make that motion.
Just
Thank you. So then the motion would be to, as discussed in closed session, direct administration to list the prices as mentioned in, and as well as the low range. And you want to make that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
Is it all written down?
You have to say it.
Aye.
To me?
All in favor?
Oh, she's making her say it.
Yeah.
I make a motion to give a price range to our CFO and CEO, for selling the properties as discussed in camera for a high range and a low range. All in favor?
All in favor? Okay, yeah, thank you. All right, meeting adjourned.